Hello, everyone. I'm back. We back for another live stream. Got a new puzzle. So I get through these Thursday puzzles pretty quick now, eh? Although I did do two last week, so it just felt like it was done like that. But it was fun, and I'm happy to now be doing a new puzzle, which I will talk about shortly. But first, I want to say hello, and also let me know that if you can see and hear me fine. Right, so we've got Burgess North and Gryffindor and Claire. Good morning after to you all. We've got Casper Puzzles. Hi to you. Winter's here. Hi, Winter. Purple Cat. Hello. Sybil's here. Hello, Sybil. We've got Angela and Sam. Hi to you guys. And Marcia's here as well. And oh, sorry, I missed. How did I miss you? I missed Clark. Sorry, Clark. And Helen as well. You're here. So how are we all? Puzzle and Peggy and Sandra are also here. Well, thank you for all for being here. And I hope you're all doing good. And you can see and hear me. Perfect. Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much. Um, that doesn't sound good. Oh, right. Sorry. You're talking about the sound then, but I assume you're talking about the Gryffindor. Yeah, is Slitherpuff okay? She not doing so well. Once again, can't stay long, but I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on the puzzle and pieces when you open the box. Yes, I know. I'm looking forward to it. So this is a Reverie puzzle, and Reverie are an Australian brand. They've been around a little bit, not that long, but a little bit, and I've been quite intrigued by them. I actually do have a Reverie in my collection that I've had for a little while. Sam gifted me that one. This one was a gift from Sandra, and I really can't wait to do both of them. All the Reverie puzzles, I believe, have some kind of link to books. Like the images will be related to book and reading. I feel like the images on Reverie puzzles are all just really chill and kind of relaxing, which is what you do when you read a book, isn't it? As a general rule, I'd say. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. This one's called Rainbow Library. And the artwork, I always forget, Sydney Dean, I think it is. Yes, Sydney Dean is the artist. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So, I'll get the box opened up in just a second. It had cellophane on it, which I took off before I went live, which is just as well because it took me ages to get it off. So, that would have been quite funny trying to do that live. Um, Are you saying that 1K ain't big enough to stream? Maybe 18K would be better. They're definitely big enough to stream. I just feel like, well, it's the puzzle really. Like the floating leaves took a little while. That was harder than I thought it was going to be. But some of the puzzles, they seem to be over really quick. Which is a shame because I really enjoy them, and then they're done, and then they're done. But yeah, I know. Maybe I will get round to an 18K on a Saturday stream one of these days. We shall see. Well, that's what the Saturday streams are for. They're for my biggies. Um, hang on. Where was I? Hello, a newbie. I'm excited. Hello, Wendy. How you doing? Glad you're excited, and I'm glad you're here. Snuff, snuff. Not the puzzle I voted for. Boycott. I mean, good morning, Steve. Actually, I was quite surprised by the vote. I honestly thought that the Demelza Horton would get more votes than it did. It really was mostly between this one and the Schmidt, the Rose Cat Con. And I mean, it did get some votes, but I'm surprised it didn't get a few more. But I guess, yeah, because the thing is, it's good if doing a new brand. Because the thing is, um, I have done a Great British Jigsaw's puzzle in the past. I've also live streamed Demelza Horton's artwork. I'm currently live streaming Rose's artwork on a Saturday. So this one really is the only one that has something totally and completely new. It's a new brand to me, different artist to me. I mean, I've never done a Schmidt yet, but you know, I've definitely done Rose's, been doing Rose's artwork. So you know, perhaps that's the reason. I don't know, but I am surprised that that one didn't get more votes. But honestly, I was equally drawn to all three of them. So for me, it's quite a relief to just give the responsibility to all of you to pick the puzzle for me because I would just find it hard to choose. So, sleeping, dizzy spells. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, that's not comfortable, is it, when you have that? I remember having like I got like a wee bout of labyrinthitis once, and it was like, oh, it was the weirdest, most like uncomfortable sensation. Um, but yeah. Oh well, I hope that she's feeling better soon. My puzzle nomination for the poll received the lowest number of votes. Lol. Yeah, sorry, Clark. Um, it's funny you mentioned that actually because it was one of the ones I was considering putting in. But it's nice that the members did nominate a few. Um, and then everybody else can kind of vote for the ones nominated. I've got so many I could do, but like, I mean, that's a good thing. It's good to have choice, isn't it? It's good to have a choice. So colourful, should look great on video. Yes, I agree. I agree. I think this will live stream well. Boiler, love this brand, and I did vote for it, even though I asked you to include the Schmidt in the vote. Yes, you were the one that said the Schmidt puzzle. I believe I had a librarian comment who wanted this puzzle, not just because they're a librarian apparently, but yeah. So so you know the librarians were getting behind this one as well. I'm sorry, I forget the name of who it was, but if it was you, thanks for voting. Thanks for voting. Hello. Wow, how are you? So looking forward to this. Looks amazing. Yeah, me too. Hi everyone. I just got to my sister's house to take care of her dog, and I plan on puzzling all weekend. She has a nice large table. Just need to decide which one to do first. 1,000 pieces. So, Wendy, are you the lady that's just joined Discord? And you getting inspired by all the large piece counts? Is that you? Are you the same person? Hi Vicky, I'm very good. Good, I'm glad. Hi Suze. Voted for this one because I haven't done this brand, but I've heard good things. Yeah. Is this a UK brand? I'm a reader too. Love rainbows. This is an Australian brand. This is a gift from Sandra, one of my Australian members. She recently sent me a good few Australian brand puzzles, ones I haven't done before. Some I have. Um, but it's been brilliant to have access to those because we don't get a lot of them here. We can never see Harlington puzzles here. One or two reveries, as I say, I do have one that was gifted to me, but not very many. Tanya Wicks. I've got a couple more of her puzzles, which is great. There's a blue opal. So yeah, these are puzzles that I don't really see very often. So it's been brilliant to have those. So thank you, Sandra. Helen Rainbow's Books and Puzzles. What's not to like? I couldn't agree more. Gryffindor, member for 3 months. I'm a new great aunt. A little boy Monday morning. Ah, oh, that's so sweet. Well, congratulations and thank you for being a member for 3 months. All the puzzles were great choices for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's good when it's hard to choose, I guess. In a way. For the record, 18K stream would definitely get me excited. It would. Ah, gosh, that would take so long though, wouldn't it? How long would I be at it? To do other ones between, I think, maybe. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. Ellen, seriously, yeah. Marcia, I picked the Melza too, but I knew I would be happy with any of them. Excellent poll. Good. I'm glad you're all happy with it. Welcome so early for you at 6:30 a.m. Yeah. Oh gosh. Early for you too, Clark. I did vote for this one because you're already streaming a Rose Khan, and I was excited to see you puzzle this brand. Yeah, yeah. No, that's right. I mean, I would happily have done the other Rose Khan. I'm sure that would have been great as well. But yeah, I am already doing hers on a Saturday. Yes, you are. Yay! Okay. Well, welcome. Thank you for being here, and thank you for discovering and enjoying my channel and joining the Discord server. It looks like you've got used to it pretty fast over there. But you're definitely going to get inspiration from us. We won't be putting you off buying large piece counts or any piece count really. I thought that was I smiled when you said that. Good afternoon, Soul. How you doing? Dog fed, quiet morning. Good. That sounds like a good way to be. Wendy, last time I couldn't decide what puzzle to do, I did a poll on Discord. It was great not to have to decide, just narrow down, and everyone helps you decide. Yeah, the polls on Discord are good. Maybe we've got through the every poll is a tie phase. We had a lot of tied polls for a while. It was it's getting a bit daft, but yeah, no, it's good. It's good the poll thing on Discord. Before you know it, with 3 years, gosh, I know. God, it's hard to believe I've been doing the memberships that long. Morning, Ruth. How are you? How's things? Are things starting to get better? You'd have to add an extra day for an 18k, two a week. Oh gosh. And next week I start doing three. Right, okay, tell you what, I'll talk about that in a bit. Let's focus on this puzzle, otherwise the box will never get opened. And we will see what we can see. First of all, oh my gosh, look at this bag. It's like a linen drawstring bag. How nice. How nice is that? So it feels quite luxury. And it's not plastic, so that's good. And we have a poster. Okay, so the poster is just basically the size of the box, almost exactly. So it fits in nicely. It doesn't have to bend or fold. And it's a decent size because the picture on the box, although it's unobscured, it's quite small. Like it's not a huge box. So I've got something a bit bigger to work with, which will be handy. So that's good. I love the warmth of this puzzle. It looks cozy. I mean, it shouts out cozy. You've got this light from the window, but all the other you've got these lights, and oh, it just looks cozy. I could puzzle in that room, puzzle and read, and do artwork. Look, there's a little table with artwork on it, so it's kind of like lots of hobbies. So I'm opening the bag. And I'm just going to pour out all the pieces. Now I'm going to make sure I don't have any stuck. Because for me, with these bags, pieces have a tendency to get stuck in the little folds. Look, see there? You get stuck in the seams. Right. I want to make sure I've got them all. See there, there's two at the bottom. It's really thick, this fabric. Really thick, like good quality bag. So it's nice. I think I've got them all. I'm going to pop that down there. So I think I'm going to need the box. So we have standard shapes, but they don't all look to be, exactly the same as each other, if that makes sense. So, like that, for example, I'll try and show you that on my hand. It's a three ins, one out, with a very slight kind of wobbliness to it. So the shapes look to be quite good, a good variety. So let's see, we've got a three outs, one in, three ins, one out, standard two in, two out. That's quite a wide two in, two out. I don't know if they sit, I mean, most of these look sort of square. So I don't think I'm going to be able to tell a particular orientation from these. But anyway, that's a very different shaped one. Then we've got two ins, two outs on adjacent. We've got a four ins, and I did spot a four outs earlier, and I chucked it back in. There it is. There's one. So yeah, we've got them all. We've got them all represented here. Two together there, but not because it's not cut. They feel quite thick and they look quite thick. These pieces. Um, so I suspect they just stayed together just because it held quite well. Um, so hopefully that'll be the case with this puzzle. It'll hold together. The finish on them is not shiny, not too glossy, but it is smooth. It's quite soft, but it's not like velvety soft like Art Fable or Unified Pieces or anything like that. So that's quite nice. I don't get loads of shine off these, so that's quite nice. So I think I'm going to enjoy working with these. The pieces seem they seem chunky, but not only in the sense that they're thick, but also in the sense that they just seem quite big. The pieces seem fairly big, not big like the White Mountain puzzle I was doing last week. They were bigger than average, but just on the big side. So I need to get some calipers, I think, and start to measure these things. But and the colours on them look lovely too. Quite a muted colour palette, but like soft, calm colours. But they look to be true to the image. So yeah, really looking forward to getting started on this. So I'm not sure quite. Should I sort? I think I should maybe sort because we've got a rainbow library. You've got definite different colours of books. I think it might be an idea to do some sorting by colour. So this stream might be mostly sorting, and maybe I'll get the edge built. We can hope for that, can't we? What do you think? Lunch done. Time to get cracking on Monet. Nice. Gosh, how many puzzles have you got going on at the moment, Winter? I'm sure I've probably asked this recently. I just had a wee catch up on Discord just before I came online because I've been woefully behind with Discord and I just caught up with about three of the channels. Um, and you're back onto your memorable moments again, aren't you? So that's cool. You've got a Monet going on and you're still doing Dominic Davison as well. That's okay. We accept responsibility. Purple Cat, thank you. This is my only day off this week. It's my weekend work week, so I'm trying to do nothing until I pick up my son. Oh yeah, relax on your day off. Definitely. Super. Credit card and all the fraudulent transactions are finally fixed earlier this week. Got new cards on Tuesday. Oh, good. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Ruth. That must have been so stressful. Just waiting, for all that to get sorted. But I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. Wendy, for the poll on Discord beside the text box, there are some. There are some. I'm not sure. Not sure what that discussion's about. Maybe you can. It sounds like you're sorting it out. Whatever that is. Ruth, glad it's been fixed. Must have been stressful. Yeah, absolutely. Buttons. Buttons of which one is a plus sign, which takes you to the picture, but right above the picture there is a button for polls. Oh, I see what you mean. Right, are we explaining how to post a poll? Just don't know if I've ever posted a poll in Discord since I started it. I don't know if I have. I don't think I have. A lot of people have, but I don't think I have. Most of my polls are on YouTube, so because not everybody's in the Discord server. There's a little bit of dust, but not very much. It shows up because the card is grey and the board is black. So what I'm going to do is sort, but I'm going to just sort a wee pile at a time. And rather than having just a massive pile of pieces on the table. And we'll do it that way. And I'll sort the edges. And we'll just do it that way. So um Purple Cat, also why have been a bit missing in action on Discord. Don't feel like I have much mental surplus at the moment, but good to try and relax a bit. Yeah. Are you enjoying the job? Is it good? I totally get you. I totally get you. Like I feel like I don't do the lollipop lady job anymore, but I still feel run off my feet all the time, you know? But then again, I do still have a wee job, an after school club job. And it's only 2 days a week, but they call me in to cover a fair bit. Sometimes I have to be sort of saying I'm not a person who easily says no. Sometimes I have to be like, yeah, actually can't, I actually need to do other things. So it is tiring. And your time soon gets filled. This is kind of red slash dark orange, this pile. This is more orange orange. If that makes sense. Got kind of dusky pinks. Got some really white pieces. So that's really obviously the window. Window might end up getting done as one of the first piles. Got yellow, kind of mustard yellows, and there's pinks because we've got the floor. In fact, I think that's the floor. And I'm gonna just have a floor pile rather than a pink and a green. So it's like square tiles that here. So I'm hoping this helps people because I mean, I try and avoid sorting on lives because I always just assume it's a bit boring. But some people like to see it; they like to get sort of hints and tips from it. So hopefully this helps. Now then, I think I'm going to. This is the problem when I sort gradients. I change my mind partway through. That's darker reds, and that's more dark oranges. Uh, I hear you. I have days and weeks like that. It's good to have some time to create mental space if you can. Oh, definitely, definitely. Currently working on a 2K holiday puzzle that I'm going to turn into an advent calendar for my kids. Yay! Anyone planning on doing advent calendars for the season? Yes, I have the Ravensburger advent calendar to do, which I'm really excited about because um, it's it's their first one. It's their first one, and I they gifted me one, and I was so over the moon to receive it. I didn't know it was coming. I opened it. There were a couple of Christmas puzzles in there, one of which I'm halfway through, and then there was the advent calendar, and I was like, "Oh, advent calendar!" So I'm very excited. Um, so yes, but I don't think I'm going to make one. But I do. Homemade advent calendars are so great. There's somebody in the Discord server, John, I think it is, who's making an advent calendar out of the 5K Pokemon puzzle. Now, a large piece count advent calendar, that is my kind of advent calendar. What do you think? Okay, so I'm starting a pinkish purple pile. I've got some browns here as well. I don't know if I actually think that this pile's getting a bit mixed up here. And I'm going to put that in there. Their floor, I think. And these, I think, they're like cupboards or like little lockers or something. And so that I'm going to put that in a separate pile. They're very simple. The pink in the floor and the sort of pinkish cupboards, they're quite similar colours, so there might be some missorts there. There's some in between colours. Oh, they go together. Like so you'll have the shelves are like orange coloured. You'll have like maybe a piece with the books below and the books above. So but there's mostly green on that, so I'm gonna create a green pile for that. That's a really bright yellow. Where's that? Oh, I think that's the floor. It's bit of light on the floor. So yeah, large piece count advent calendar. That's it's not something clear. Were you not were you not making a large piece count advent calendar as well? Remind me, Claire, because I seem to remember vaguely you saying something about that. Or just not necessarily an advent calendar, but one that you can all do when you're all together as family. Crazy all the changes are coming from the West Coast. All the charges, sorry. I live on the East Coast. Oh gosh. Yeah. Definitely flags it up, doesn't it? Too many. Of the Monet, this Dawn Sky, and I love Sky. And then there's Moments and Davison, and then I really want to do Portals alongside because I waited so long and looked forward. I know. I know. Well, it's like me. Oh, so many going on all at the same time. And I'm starting the small wildlife next week. That's something I was going to talk about. Um, I'm starting, I say the small wildlife, it's 3,000 pieces. So, yeah, I'm doing a third live stream and I decided against doing it this week because I just had too much on and I would have felt stressed. So I decided not to bother this week, but um I am going to on Mondays. It'll be a Monday live stream starting next week. It's already scheduled, so you can go and hit notify me, and it will tell you when it's going to start in your time zone. Now then, I'm hoping for good hold together ability here, but that prong is I don't know how to describe it. It's quite a small prong on that one. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't look as though it would hook in and hold. So I hope there's not many of those, but we'll see. We'll see. It might pick up fine because they're really thick pieces. I found that with Gibson's, because the pieces were so thick on that puzzle that I did, the one of the London Underground, you could fling the thing about and it wouldn't fall apart. So maybe that'll be the case with this. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, back to the Monday. I'm going to be doing a third live stream on a Monday. It'll start at 12:30 UK time. So it'll be an hour later than the Thursday ones. And that'll be on the 3,000 piece Educa wildlife puzzle, which is the smaller version of the big wildlife puzzle that I am doing right now. And I'm there's specific timing on this because I am coming to the end of the big wildlife puzzle. Like I've been working on it this week. I'm just about at halfway through the two sections I'm working on, if not just past. So pretty soon I'm going to be stopping to edit the first video on those. And it's really exciting. But what I wanted to do was the smaller wildlife puzzle kind of alongside it. Like I like to have them done at a similar time to each other, but it's not like with the playing cards one where it was the mini me was a 1,000 piece and I actually managed to put that together within a day. This is a 3,000 piece. The mini me is a 3,000 piece for this one. So it's a case of I don't know where to put those. I might create a separate file. It's a case of right, how can I sort of get them done and make sure I'm keep working on it, things like that. And so I thought, right, well that makes sense to make it a live stream puzzle. So and the large piece count hasn't been live streamed, so it might be quite interesting to see that one come together live while the other one comes together on videos. And so yeah, so that's what's going to be happening, and that starts Monday. And as I said, I've scheduled it already. So I hope you're excited about that. I'm very excited to get started on it, although I do have to sort it now. But I'm pretty certain how I'll be sorting it, even though it's a smaller version. I don't think the sorting process will be much different to the giant wildlife, which I have sorted many, many times. Very, very used to it by now, so I'm hopeful it won't be too much of a faff to get through. So yeah, it's exciting stuff coming. Technically, that 60k Graphica is an advent calendar if you start before Halloween. 60k? Oh, you mean the dowdle? The dowdle is 60,000. But yes, I guess if you go, actually, Judy, Addicted to Puzzles, did that. She decided to make it a project. She did 1,000 pieces a day for 60 days, and she did it. She did it in 60 days. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. I think it was a couple of years ago. But you're right, yeah. Hopefully, I'll grab a Ravensburger adventure calendar, and I've found an advent novel too. Oh, nice! Yeah, I think the Ravensburgers have proven quite popular. So I hope you get hold of one. I can't wait to start it. It looks really fun. But I'm waiting. I'm waiting till December. Well, I'm going to turn a 1,000 piece Charles Wysocki Christmas puzzle into an advent for my bestie. Those are her fave type puzzles. Got the idea from another YouTuber. Yeah, I was gifted a 1,000 piece homemade advent calendar one year. It's so beautiful. It was Nicole. She's a girl I met on Instagram. There's another one of those little squashed prongs. It's like barely a prong. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a girl called Nicole, and I met her on Instagram, and she is from the UK, and she bought it was a it was like a multi-pack of four, I think, Christmas puzzles by Falcon. Falcon is a brand, it's great quality. It's used to be standalone, but then it got taken over by Jumbo. So I've got some Falcon branded Wasgidges, like the original ones. And now they all have the Jumbo branding, but I've got some of the original Falcon branded ones. Anyway, going off on a tangent. Um, Yeah, it was the Falcon brand still exists here, if you see what I mean. You do find Falcon puzzles, and yeah, she split it up into. She didn't split it into exact squares. She just had a bunch of random shaped sections. They all did join onto each other as you went along, but some were a lot more pieces and some were a few less. And it was, I think she did it for 24 days. And she sent it to me. She put them all in little bags. She put wee stickers on the bags with little Christmas holly and that on, and like tartan tape, and oh, it was so nice. And then she put it all in a tartan box and put a little wooden puzzle piece on the top that said Vicky on it. And I was really touched by that, and it was really fun to do. It was really fun to see it come together because I didn't have an image, I didn't have a box. And it was like a snowy outdoor scene, families getting ready for Christmas and putting gifts in their cars and all that kind of stuff. And it was all snowy and it was lovely. It was really lovely. So definitely a homemade advent calendar is a really nice thing. Okay, next little batch. The size of the corner pieces, they're really big. um, yeah, the edges in particular are quite large. I'd be interested to see the size of this. Oh, it's 50 by 70. So it's the same size as a 1,000 piece Ravensburger, 50 by 70 centimeters. So it's not like a bigger puzzle, but the edges feel really big on this, and the pieces feel quite big. Reassuringly chunky, I'd describe them as. Where? Well, large as in the 3K life for my three nieces and nephews. So when they get together at Christmas, it will come together. Yes, that's right. Okay, so you're not doing it as an Advent thing. You've just separated it and you're gonna do it at Christmas. That's right. It was the life puzzle. Oh yeah, I mean, I would classify that as large. Large piece count Advent calendar, not for the faint-hearted. Yeah, but it might give you the bug if you weren't into large piece counts before. You might be after that. Bye bye again from me. I'll watch back tonight, hopefully. Have a nice day, everyone. Oh, sorry you have to go, Purple Cat. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you later. Monday live stream, woohoo! Yeah! That just looks like a nub, Vicky, not a prong. Yeah, no, it does. Some of them do. I mean, not every piece is like that. I found one or two. Um, but yes, no, I would agree with you. A nub piece. That's what we'll call them. Right, this is sorting fine now. I'm a bit more in the flow with it. See, when I do gradients, and I mean, I would classify this kind of as a gradient. Not massively, but certainly the bookshelves are in a rainbow pattern. But I always get indecisive about what pile to put pieces in, especially with like true gradients where they blend from one colour to the next to the next. I'm going to put that one in there. And then I'll have a pile which starts off as one colour and then it ends up turning into another colour, and it's just like, what? Where was this supposed to go, and what's happened to this pile? And then I ultimately end up with two piles that are essentially the same. So yeah, this is a wee bit like that, but not quite as much because there's more going on in the image than just the gradient shelves. There's a lot of kind of dark orangey pieces. But I think that's because the ceiling is also that colour, not just the shelf. But you can tell the ceiling because of the lights. There's like fairy lights. So I'm hopeful that I'll be able to, even if I have a big pile with lots of different areas mixed in, if I know that I'm going to be able to distinguish them once I start building, I'm not too worried. That's become a more lighter orange, almost peach pile. Got some pink there. I think I'm going to put them in there. Purple. Got some yellow there. Hmm. There's a wee bit of blue, like blue books here, but it starts off green and then and they're kind of behind the lady on the ladder, and then the other side of her is purple. So blue ones, I think I'm gonna just shove in with the green, because there's not that big of an area of blue. I just want to work on moments now and get portals sorted, and hopefully finish Monet. But then Davison might be put on hold just for a tiny bit, or one each stream maybe. But this Monet I need to finish. Yeah. Well, how much have you got left to go, Winter? Thought so too, Claire. Yeah, no, I agree with you. So no, my kids are excited. I told them bags would have 80 to 100 pieces each day, so really looking forward to it. Oh, I would do something like that for my kids, but I really don't think they'd be excited. Maybe they would. Maybe I could rope them into doing something like that with me on Christmas Day, because my daughter's all about doing stuff together. My son's less so, but my daughter is. Suze, when you're nursing a sick cat and type all the wrong info, bought six portals, one-handed typing skills are lacking. Oh, right. Oh, what's wrong with the cat? Will he or she get better? Is it like something they'll get better from? I hope so. But you bought six portals. That's exciting. That's very exciting. How great has it been having Rose on the live streams? She's so easy to talk to. Like she makes the whole thing really easy. And so it's been such a great thing having her there. I don't know if she's dropping in this weekend or not. I haven't really spoken to her, so I'll need to get in touch with her and see. I don't want to put too much pressure on because I kind of feel like I feel like she enjoys coming and doing them, but at the same time, like I want her to know that if she's busy and she can't, that it's okay to say no. So yeah, I'll have a chat with her and see what she's doing this weekend. And it's coming along really well, that puzzle. The yellow portal's coming along really nicely, so I'm really pleased. It's been really fun so far. So my wee Grace was at the vet's uh Tuesday morning, and well, it was just for his vaccinations. Like he's not sick or anything, and he's fine. He's fine. The vet gave him a wee check over, and he's okay. But I don't know if it was revenge or if whatever was in the vaccination stuff uh gave him wakeful side effects or what. But that night, that Tuesday night, he kept me up for most of the night. And I was shattered on Wednesday. In fact, I was so shattered I never did my line dancing class. So yeah, it could have been revenge. It could have been revenge because I had to coax him out from under Jasper's bed, and I coaxed him out with a toy. So he came running out thinking he was going to play, and then he got put in the box. I don't think he was very impressed with me. So it could well have been revenge. I don't know, but yes, it was it was the most frustrating evening of sleep or lack thereof. But the main thing is he's fine, which is good. He's got so there's a bit of a story behind this. So I I just recently got all my Christmas stuff out of the lot. Well, not all of it. A couple of boxes of Christmas creations out of my loft. Um, and and I got them out on like the 2nd of November, which I know is really early and sounds silly, but there was a very specific reason that I did. So Ravensburger, um, I think the Germany arm of it, like the kind of the promotions and side of things, got in touch with me because they're releasing limited edition puzzles, like the very first limited edition puzzles that Ravensburger are doing. Have done. I don't know how many more they'll do. One they've already, and they're doing like little teaser campaigns to let people know that something exciting is coming. And they're at the point now where we know what the images are. So there's a round orange glitter puzzle, 500 pieces. And they're only making, I don't know how many they're making of that one, but they're also bringing out two Christmas puzzles, 500 pieces each. And one of them's Disney, and the other one is their own artwork, and it's like a Christmas scene, and lovely images. But anyway, my story is that they wanted me to help them with the promoting, and actually, I've got Charlotte from Ravensburger UK to thank for that. She suggested that they contact me. So anyway, with the Christmas puzzles, they obviously wanted something a little reel because it was mostly the promotion was on Instagram. They wanted a little reel and they wanted it to look all cozy and festive, and all that stuff. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to, if they want it to look Christmas cozy and festive, I'm going to have to get my Christmas decorations out. So I did. I got some tinsel out. I got some lights and some of my Christmas headgear. I got my Santa hat out and stuff, and I made this reel for them. But it involved putting up some lights that I just kind of wrapped tinsel around. And the way this relates to the cat is now there's some dangly, glittery thing on the shelf that the cat seems to think is okay to play with and eat. And it's just like, Grace, seriously. So, like, this was another thing. I had to keep putting him out of the lounge because he was being really naughty and he kept going after them. And I was like, stop it. And every time he did it, I would put him out of the lounge and I would close the door, hoping, that might teach him that that's what happens when he tries to eat the tinsel. And right before he'd been doing this right before I had to take him to the vet. So I'd put him out of the lounge again, and he decided to go and retreat to my son's room. So then I was just like, "Oh, you can come back now, Grace. I need you out now. Let's play." And he was all okay. And then it was like, "Yep, box." So I felt a bit bad for him. I felt a bit bad for him. So it could well have been vengeance, but I actually may have to take those down because he keeps going back. Well, he didn't yesterday so much, so that's good. I don't know, maybe he is learning. I don't know, do cats learn? I think he knows. I think he knows when he's not supposed to do something. Just like he knows when he's not supposed to come in here, and that's why he dashes in really fast, because he knows somebody's going to stop him. Um, I had one of those moments on my recent video, the one of the marathon, and like he dashes between my daughter's legs when she opens the door because I actually slow mode it so that you could see him because he went by really fast. So I think he knows. I think he does it to get attention most of the time. Like, wait, what's going to get her attention? I know. I'll try and eat these lights again. That seems to get her attention. Anyway, that was a whole big story. Whole big story. But I hope your cat is doing fine, Suze. Um, I've been working my 1000 piece World of the Harlem Renaissance all week. There are many, many little people throughout it and thought I was clever to sort all the people together. Not. Oh, right. Is that bit the hardest bit? I'm not familiar with that puzzle. Not much at all, but it's so, so, so slow, even shape sorted. Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, if it's Monet, I suppose it's pretty difficult image to puzzle, is it? Growing up, we used to make biscuits together. Yeah, same. Like at Christmas. Yeah, same. We make gingerbread biscuits. Claire, thanks. I do too. It's not. Sorry. It's sad seeing six portals just lying on the table. My son is an optimist, though. Said a couple of days ago that it was almost finished, and also that he thought it was pretty. Ah, pancreatitis. Oh, he's a 10-year-old Berman Gizmo, and he will get better. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad he'll get better. Pancreatitis. Ooh, doesn't sound pleasant. Lots of love, lots of cuddles. Wendy, I'm starting the sorting process on my puzzle now. Yay! I know, me too. Me too. Puzzle sorted away, I should say. Um, although the sorting gives me a good chance to, I can kind of talk and I don't have to sort of stop to concentrate. I can just talk and sort. Talk and sort, talk and sort. Good morning, Steve SS. How you doing? Won't be as active. Are you busy at work? Oh, I'm glad you're here though. My daughter's cat Bellatrix always sits on puzzle boxes all the time. Oh yeah, Grace likes the boxes. He'll go for the box. You know the cat is the boss. Cat decides it's edible, it's edible. Reason why we can't have plastic in the house. Poor Grace being told. Yeah, I know. He's, oh gosh. So I don't want to not put Christmas decorations up, but he's got this thing about tables, and it's like, no, seriously, you will electrocute yourself. Mm. And he's got tons of toys. Tons of toys. In fact, Sam, I'm still finding your toys that you brought round all over the place. Sorry, the doorbell just went. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Oh, no puzzles. Nothing exciting. Sorry about that. Mm. Right, and I completely forgot what I was talking about, so I'll let you guys talk for a minute. Oh, right, getting there, getting there. These piles are getting bigger. Like I'm not finding this too difficult to sort, so that's nice. Might get more built than I thought. It's been so nice being able to work on wildlife again. Like, oh, I'm loving that puzzle, and I'm nervous about finishing it. Like, not that I'm not finishing it deliberately. I think I'm gonna miss it. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna miss it. But I can't wait to see it all together either. So okay, these are more this kind of colour. Getting there's quite a lot of pink ones now. Excuse me. Sorry if I missed anyone. You done all your hellos? We cannot have Ugg boots lying around my eldest cat. 18 year on November 19th. She eats them. Cost a pretty penny. Oh yeah, Uggs. Uggs cost loads. Gosh. I'd be devastated if my cat ate my Uggs, although I don't actually own a pair of Uggs. Um, but yeah. My dog's one of my mum's dog years ago once chewed up one of my shoes, and I mean, particularly expensive, but I really liked them. They were one of my favorite pairs of shoes, and I was like, I can't wear them now. It was really quite sad. Namine somehow knows I get so embarrassed when she pops into neighbour's garden. So when we're not, so when we're out sometimes, she looks at me with this little glint in her eye and looks away right into the veranda. And oh, trots away. Yeah, I know. They know, don't they? They know. I mean, that looking at you first. Grace does the same thing. Like, yeah, you know I'm gonna do it. You know I'm gonna do it. Come stop me if you dare. They're cheeky, aren't they? Cheeky so and so's. Mm, Bit of purple in that one, so put it in there. Mm. Well, she looks at me, of course. Yeah, exactly. So thank you. It's always cute when toddlers say stuff like that. Yeah, it is. We make cookies together too. We have a lot of Christmas traditions. We also make a Norwegian dessert called crane skate, cake. I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Kids love tapping into all our family roots. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. Yeah, we'll do gingerbread biscuits. I usually for my dancers, I usually do like a Christmas dance. In fact, I need to start organising that, see if they want to do one this year. Um And what we'll do is we'll all just take a bit of food to put on a buffet table thing. And what usually happens is we'll make gingerbread biscuits, and I'll have a batch to take with me to the dance. Because last year I've got loads of different shaped cookie cutters, and last year um I made some, and I bought this like the squeezy icing that you can write with, and I wrote the names of dance moves and dancers and stuff on them, and I took them dancing with me. I thought it was fun. It was fun. So I'll maybe do that again this year. Kill two birds with one stone. My kids do still like baking, so hopefully I can get them involved. It's just the cleaning up afterwards bit that they don't enjoy quite so much. Oh, mm, very interesting. Wheat, Rana's Karga. Oh gosh, right. I'm not even going to try. We eat that thing at New New Year in Denmark, not Christmas. Oh, okay. Does Namine then also decide to do naughty things over there? Yeah. What does he do in the neighbour's garden? Like, why does it embarrass you? We have a lot of other Christmas cookies, PC quarters. There was eight. It was very noisy. I have to keep the antenna from the Lego Empire State Building in a drawer, or it will disappear. Yeah, Grace very occasionally will try to play with my Lego, but it'll be like one of the little people. It'll just bat it or something, and it'll end up on the floor. But not very often. Usually, just like laying among it, which is I find a bit strange. But anyway, yeah, I think that there was like a little thing at the top of one of the spires on one of my Harry Potter Legos, and that was just sitting suspiciously just beside it on the shelf. I was like, how did that fall off? I wonder. Of course, the Lego is near the defending tinsel, so he's sort of um the Lego's become a bit collateral damage in the whole thing. So yeah, he is a bit. I've had some advice from the vet though, because we're getting a new sofa at the end of this month, and I'm really concerned about Grace scratching it, because he never went. We used to have a scratch post for him, and he never went near the thing. But he loved scratching hell out of those sofas, and they're just that like because we've got two small ones at the moment, which I'll be getting rid of. But he's destroyed them, and so I said to the vet, I was like, "Look, what can I do to stop him doing that?" She's like, "Well, there's nothing really. There's no real repellent." But she said scratch posts are the best way. I was like, "Yeah, but you don't get near them." So she's like, "Well, what you have to do is like coax them to use it, like make it desirable. So put catnip on it and stuff like that." If any of you cat owners out there have cunning ways to protect a sofa from cat scratching, I would love to hear, because that is a worry. But I'm wondering if maybe if I need to go to the pet shop and buy him a scratch post, and I'll go buy him some cat toothpaste and various other things. Um, and I'll get some catnip and stuff. But I'm wondering if that might be also a good way to try and keep him away from the Christmas stuff. He used to try and he wasn't so bad last year, but the few years before that, he would always try and climb up into the Christmas tree and just lay among the branches. And I swear, I don't know how he stayed there and was comfortable there. because it was like an artificial tree, and the branches would just drop down under his weight. So then when he came out, there was just a massive gap where he'd been in the tree. So maybe if I start doing that soon, maybe we can coax him to use the things he's supposed to be using and not the things he's not supposed to be using. Sorry, this conversation has become very cat oriented. Apologies for those of you without cats. Ah, yes, not as often now, but the make mum have to go get me in neighbour's garden never grows old. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, make mum have to come and get me. I know. It's just want our attention, I think, above all the other things. My 15-year-old does the Lego florals and lines them up on a shelf, and then the cats come along and knock them all down. Oh gosh, Helen. That must be so frustrating. Sounds like the naughty cat behaviour is standard and mine are perfectly normal for their shenanigans. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I'm in shock. My cat always lays on my back for some reason she's not doing it. Oh, right. Oh, I don't know. Where's she laying instead? Um, yeah. All of the times I can say, Namine, wait. And she does. But she just knows I hate to go in there. Yeah. They're cheeky so-and-sos, aren't they? Sky's frustrating me so much, I think, because I have these other wonderful puzzles lying there. Oh, sorry, Winter. Hello, Karen. Good morning, after Eve. How you doing? Peggy, we always ate lefts on Christmas Eve. I don't know what that is either. Vicky, 5 girls, 3 boys, only 7 left now. 5 girls, 3 boys. What? Sorry, what? Are we talking about cats, Gryffindor? I'm sorry if I asked a question because I forget what I've asked sometimes. It embarrasses me because I need to go into their garden to outside their living room, huge glass windows on display. They know I'm just getting her. I just get really embarrassed. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's uncomfortable having to go in somebody else's garden. I've had to do that with a couple of dogs we've had over the years. Um, and they know it's fine. The neighbors know it's fine, but it's like, I don't know. You feel like you're sort of trespassing or something, don't you? Okay, just these left. I just sometimes I pull out some edges if I spot them just laying on the top. These white ones really stand out. The white pieces and the pink as well, actually. Another giant corner piece, look. Right. 2 more batches because my area here is getting smaller. So and then this lot will be my last one. Our cats don't like catnip. Yeah, Grace didn't used to be bothered about it, but now he is. Now he'll get all, rolling in it and rubbing himself against things. So I was saying, actually, that's what I was saying before I went to answer the door. Sam brought round a bunch of toys for Grace when she came over, and I think did one of them have catnip in, Sam? And he was rolling about. like rubbing himself against it and purring and stuff. So I think he's become. They can change though, can't they? Like they can, like they might be at one stage in their life not bothered, and then another stage really get into it. So I'm hoping it will work. I'm hoping it will work. Um, Cats don't like citrus, so you can spray it with something citrusy. Yeah, I've wondered about that. The cat stopped scratching the sofa as soon as we got two posts right next to the sofa. So, placement of the posts. Yeah, it's not the biggest. I have to say, it's not the biggest room, so I have to kind of be careful about the size of the post and where I put them. Oh no, it's all going up. It's all disappearing off the screen. Joining from something. Sorry, I can't quite see that. Thomas Valentine. Hello. Sorting a Ravensburger 1K, Myths and Legends, Amy Stewart, bookcase, vivid colours, 53 and live only, 23 like. 53 in the live only, 23 like, some love. Oh, right, thank you. Thank you for the stats. Um, and your puzzle sounds lovely. I couldn't quite see all of what you wrote there because it was sort of at the top of the screen. Because it looks like Clark's gifted some memberships. Thank you, Clark. I will get to those shortly. Have them too, Sam. Well, what do we have? You've got to go catch us the next live stream. Wait, who's going? Right, hang on. I'm going to have to look at this. Joining from TX. Oh, is that Texas? Some cats prefer using horizontal cardboard scratching mats rather than sisal rope covered scratching posts. Maybe I'll need to go to the pet shop and just buy a range of stuff and see what he likes. Give Vicky some love. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Thomas. Right, I can read it properly now. 53 in live only, 23 like. Give Vicky some love. Thank you. It's lovely. Thank you. I always do feel the love from you all. I must say, it's really nice. And welcome, Ruth. I have them too. Okay, so that might be something. I mean, I could just ask the people in the pet shop. Apparently, you can buy guards that you like stick on to a couch. And I plan on having like copious amounts of throws to cover it up with as well. So hopefully I'll be able to protect it, but I'm a bit worried. Good night. Catch you next live stream. Oh, good night, Sandra. Thanks for being with us. With my daughter and my daughter's cat, Bellatrix. Okay, yeah. Yep, fellow Texan. Houston. Right. Dallas and Houston. My four sisters and three brothers. We lost a brother. Oh, okay. Sorry, Gryffindor. I wasn't following you there. Am I the only one that finds the sorting so boring? Wendy, do you mean on your own puzzle or watching me sort? Or both? Let me know. But no, I find sorting really boring too. Which is why it's quite nice for me. I get to chat to you while I sort. So I can go back to reading this now because I can see it. So who got gift? Dana received a gift membership. Crufiat, Jean B, Mark Allison, and Charlene McCrate. Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Clark. And I hope you guys all enjoy. Sam, Vicky, the mouse would have really good catnip in it. Oh, okay, so it's got to be good stuff then. It's got to be good stuff. Can't be no rubbish catnip. Yeah, he liked that. I've got a banana, stuffed banana with that has catnip in it, I think, as well, because sometimes he'll go to town rubbing himself on that as well. So there's only seven of us left. It was hard when we lost my brother. He was the first of us to go. I'm the oldest. Oh, that's sad. It is hard, isn't it? It is hard. Good. Got to import that Colombian catnip. Yes. Yes. I'll get in touch. Get in touch with my catnip dealer. Oh dear. One thing you have to know is whether your cat is a horizontal scratcher or a vertical. I'll ask him, shall I? Grace, you a vertical scratcher or a horizontal one? Well, and I would say vertical for him because he will scratch up, the side of the couch. I've also seen him scratch door frames before. Not very often, but I've seen him do that. Okay, when we used to have carpets, because I don't have carpets. We do have some carpets in some of the rooms, but when I used to have carpet in the lounge, occasionally he would scratch carpet, but he would scratch vertically more often than he would horizontally. That would be my answer to that, just from experience watching him. Well, that's so cool. Yeah, thank you, Clark. Love, love, love. This is so fun. Oh, good. I'm glad you're having fun. I'm glad you're having fun. But yeah, no, I'm with you on sorting. I don't enjoy sorting at all, which, you might think is odd considering how many large piece counts I do. The thing is, it's once I've sorted them, then I just love the whole thing. It's that initial sort that's the pain in the butt. That's why I quite enjoy doing phased sorting now more often than not. Although this one I've sorted from the start. I get the feeling this is going to come together quite quickly. By the way, this could be another one that comes together quite fast. But usually when I sort puzzles, they tend to go. They tend to come together faster. So that could be the case. And I just think this one's nice and sortable because of the gradient aspect of it. Plus, isn't it nice seeing sorted piles of a gradient puzzle? I mean, they look lovely, don't they? I remember when I sorted the Skylove puzzle by Soonness, and the piles of pieces once I'd sorted it just looked so gorgeous. Just even before I built the puzzle. Colombian catnip. I've only I have one cat who uses a scratch post properly, and one that loves the carpet, usually a mat. Okay. So I don't mind if it's a mat. Never used to sort the pieces. Well, I find it easier sorting if it's a large puzzle. Like when I'm doing smaller ones, often I'll just shuffle. When you are sorting, when you are sorting a boring, watching you sort is fun. Oh, okay, right. I see what you mean. So when you're sorting yourself, it's boring. Watching me sort is fun. Well, at least we've got the chat to keep us entertained. And sometimes the chat is extremely entertaining. Well, I mean, I'll hesitantly say always the chat is extremely entertaining, but sometimes it's a real laugh. Few conversations spring to mind. Um, but yeah, oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're not finding this boring. I think it's good to have a good balance on the live streams. Sometimes where I show myself sorting, and sometimes where I do it beforehand. But with large piece counts, what I try and do is if I sort off the camera, I would try and take pictures and label them to give so that I can post the pictures on Discord or on YouTube, and I can describe how I've done it and what my process was and things. A lot of people just kind of want to know what the process is, how I've sorted it. That's not right. And neither's that. And neither's that. I had some floor pieces there that ended up in the purple pile. Not quite sure how that happened. So I'm obviously the sorting fatigue is starting to kick in, I think. So I'm not paying attention to what piles I'm throwing them in. Does anybody else get that? Like, you sort pretty well, but then towards the end, it just becomes a bit like you sort of lose concentration. So then it's just flinging them, and it's whatever part they happen to land in, kind of potluck. Mm. Sorting my puzzle right now, so I can't see why you would be confused. Um, then a post is good. Yeah, yeah. I think it's figuring out how to sort that is the most difficult. Yes, no, I agree with you. And often I can't, I find looking at the image first to get a rough plan or at least just a feel for the image helps. But I never know how I'm going to sort a puzzle until I start sorting it. And it sounds a wee bit sort of like backward logic, but you kind of have to get to know a puzzle first, and that process of having each piece pass through your hands is like the perfect way to get to know it. But the only problem with that is that if you're doing like a sort from the beginning and you're aiming to sort every single piece from the start, is that the start of the sort might be a little haphazard until you get into the flow. Then you get a bunch of piles and you know you're unlikely to have any new piles, and then it's fine. But it has to start first, and it doesn't sort of reach that point until you do make a start. So it's a funny, it's kind of a slightly counterintuitive process for me. But phased sorting is a bit different because with phased sorting, your focus adjusts and you are specifically looking for maybe two, three, four things, and that's it. And when when you're sort of mentally and visually focusing on those specific things, the rest it's easy to say no, that's not it. It's not one of them, and it just kind of gets chucked to the side. But you do still kind of subconsciously you do still clock the piece, and so because with phase sorting you tend to go through the pile over and over again. That's a nice thing to do because then you're still getting to know the puzzle, but you don't feel sort of challenged or pressured to sort every single piece from the start, if that makes sense. I actually found the way I sorted the Pokemon puzzle really effective. But having said that, because I phased sorted that, having said that, that was a cartoon, so it was a bit easier to recognize pieces. But some colours were really similar, you know, according to the different sections. But yeah, it's and like with and some puzzles you just get really used to. Like with wildlife, I'm so used to it now. I pretty much know how I'm going to sort it. If I open a new bag, I'm just like, yeah, I'll sort that, and that, and that'll be it, kind of thing. So, and I mean that's my reasoning behind having or building a couple of the bagged sections of around the world, so I can get to know it. Probably not quite as well as wildlife, but um enough that sorting 21,000 pieces of it is hopefully going to be made a little easier. I don't know. We shall see. How's that coming along, Sammy? Have you started the sorting for that? The 42K, or should I not ask? Sorting is very straightforward until it's not. Pieces I didn't expect to come across throws me into a chaos sort. Yeah, exactly. Pieces of finally slowly going in. Yay! Good, I'm glad, Winter. The sky pieces are the easiest in the sorting process. Yes, true, true, true. I usually end up doing a final sweep at the end because I changed my sort by the end. Yeah, There are some cases where I might know that I've probably missorted a bunch of pieces, but it'll be like an informed decision that I'll make. I'll be like, I don't think I've sorted that right, but I'm going to put it in that pile. And all those pieces that I'm not sure if I've sorted right, I know will be in that pile. So it's like, you know that eventually you can just fix it. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like an informed mistake. You know it's not right, but you don't know where they should go. So it's like, right, well, they'll go in there, and eventually I'll figure it out. But at least all the ones you know are in the wrong place are all still together. I suppose you could have miscellaneous piles for that, but that's usually. But a miscellaneous pile can be a real mishmash, and if you're not careful, the miscellaneous pile ends up humongous, and you might as well um have just not sorted them in the first place, if you see what I mean. So I try to avoid miscellaneous piles now, but sometimes don't. It just, again, it depends on the puzzle. Every puzzle's different, isn't it? So, agree. Good way to get to know a puzzle. Yeah, yeah. Well, the perfect way, really. Because you're literally looking at every single piece. Putting them together isn't. What, isn't boring? Absolutely not. Wendy, it's okay. I'm bad. I can't type or autocorrect messes it up. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, don't worry. I recognise when there's been an autocorrect mishap. It happens to me as well. Guys, it's a puzzle miracle. My Ravensburger order that was supposed to arrive on Monday is arriving today. Yay! Praise the puzzle gods. I love it. So exciting. No Buy October is over. Excited to see your new puzzles on Discord. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're in November. We're making your orders. Clark, that's my dream puzzle image puzzle, but building my skills just finished the 1.5k version of North American landmarks. Missing a chunk of four pieces together, so I got an MFR defect. Oh, manufacturer's defect. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Oh, I hope that get. Well, they do have a missing piece service, don't they, Educa? So, I hope that gets sorted for you, Thomas. Um, so the your dream puzzle image is the 42k. Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? It's absolutely brilliant. Such a great puzzle, and I do like Educa. I have to say, I am a big Educa fan. They have their falls, but love them overall. Love them. So feels good. Feels good having the 42k, or rather a 42k and a half. It's really quite a unique puzzling situation to be in. I think that should go in there. It's coming. Almost done with the sorting. So there's a bit of dust. Nothing too over the top, but there's a bit. I can feel it on my fingers. Love when puzzles come early. I know, don't we all? Wow, stop for 20 minutes and so much sorting is done. Amazing. Yeah, yeah, I'm almost done. Almost done. Well, this was fairly easy puzzle to sort, so I'm thankful for that. Yesterday, I watched the two videos where you put together the 9,000 piece Disney Museum, and I was so impressed how you sorted and put that together. It made it look possible to do. Oh, my original ones. Yeah, I felt quite proud of that. That was the first puzzle that I mixed, first large piece count that I mixed, and um, yeah, it was doable. I mean, well, obviously because I did it, but it was like challenging, but I figured a way and it was doable and it was fun. I was so once I'd finished, I was like, yeah, I did it, I did it. The hardest part was the wall and especially the center line, the Ravensburger central line, where it's usually just a bit indistinct and dark and there's not much detail. That was difficult to navigate, but the frames, which I was really daunted by, um, were way more doable than I expected. Like it turned out to be the wall that was the slog for me in that one rather than the frames. There was enough going on in them to to get it figured out. So I mean there were a lot of pieces, so it was hard work, but it was good. The frames were good. And I've still got the other half to do on the live streams, but that'll be after the six portals. And then I can finish that off, and I will finally have a copy of it again. Because I had gifter's regret with that one. I gifted it to my sister and then regretted not having it. I didn't regret gifting it to her, but I didn't like that I didn't have it. So yeah, it's also the first large piece count that I'm doing for a second time, if you don't include mini-me's. All right, sorted. I'll say this much. That's one of the drawbacks with sorting. My neck hurts afterwards because your head's down just continually while you sort. And then after I'm done, I'm like, oh, I need to come up for air and to stretch. So here we go. I'll try briefly to summarize how I've done this. Um, I mean, hopefully you can see mostly. Um, this part here is like light orange, pinky colours. So that's going to be a lot of these cupboards down here. Then this pile is like medium orange, so we're going to have these bookshelves here and probably some of the ceiling in that. It's lighter on this side and darker this side. So some of those ceiling pieces will probably have ended up in here. This is my more red pile. So it's going to be this shelf and probably the darker bit of ceiling. This is pink. Got some quite vivid pinks here. There's a pink cup there, various pink bits sort of scattered around. So that's pinks. That's more purpley colours. So we've got some purples along this bottom shelf, bit of purple there, a little bit of purple up there. That is supposed to be mostly these floor tiles. We've got these kind of dusky purples and greens. So that's supposed to be that. Maybe some mist sorts in there, I don't know. These pieces, I'm not certain, but I think these are the more darker, more in shadow cupboards down here. They're much lighter, more peach colours here, but on this side it's more of a dull, kind of dusky beige kind of colour. It's hard to describe these colours. This is very obvious. This is white, so that's where the window is. These are browns, so we've got this table, some of the backgrounds of the bookshelf and things. So that's the brown pile. That's more yellow moving into green kind of colours. That's greens and some blues, and that's edges. So yeah, sorting done. Woo! I don't have to worry about that now for the rest of the build. But I do have to clear the decks now, so I can actually start building. And I'm wondering, so I'm gonna do my edges. I'm gonna do my white pieces. I'm thinking of keeping out another pile. Might keep these two out. they're relatively small. And because I usually do that, I usually start small and move up to the bigger piles. So let's put these away. Now I'm going to grab myself a box lid to put these in. The one that's bigger because the Reverie box isn't huge. I've got a few spare Ravensburger boxes that I can use. So I'm going to grab one of those, put some piles away, and I'm also, if you don't mind, going to grab myself a bottle of water. So I'll be back very shortly. What's up here? Hi, Philip. How you doing? Hi, Cara. I so want to talk US politics, but I'm literally biting my tongue. Oh yeah, let's let's not go there. I try and keep politics and world crisis talks sort of away. Just it's a nice escape, isn't it? This sort of thing from all of that. But I do totally understand people's frustration about things like that. Picked up a knockoff European landmark over the weekend at a thrift slash charity shop. Unfortunately, picture is very blurry. Will still order the Edgica one to complete my set. All right, like a knockoff, as in like it's like a fake one, or just just a different brand, just similar image. I could kick myself. I don't remember to come off invisible on Discord. You don't remember to come off invisible. Oh, right. I didn't know there was a way to put yourself invisible. I suppose it makes sense, but I've not actually done it, so I don't know. How you doing, Philip? Not missed any puzzling. No, I just literally finished sorting. Gryffindor has the cloak of invisibility. I know. The Discord cloak of invisibility. Shh, the muggles will hear. I'm trying to convince my sister we should do the six portals puzzle. I love that image. She can hear you. Tell her we should do it, lol. Well, I mean, I wouldn't just say this because I'm being coaxed to say it. I would definitely recommend it. If you've not you said you've done a 3,000 piece, right? And that was your first one. So you're obviously delving into large piece counts. There are some large piece count puzzles that are just good as starter large piece counts. And I know you look at the six portals and you maybe think, well, it's 7,000 pieces, that's a jump. But it's actually not if you do it in the sections. The seven portals. The six portals comes in two bags, a left side and a right side. So you have three portals on the left, which is the one I'm working on right now, and three on the right. So you're not actually, you're not doing all 7,000 pieces at once. You're doing roughly 3,500. And that puzzle in particular, so it's not such a, when you think of it that way, it's not such a big jump up from your 3,000. But also that puzzle in particular is very, very sortable. There are very obvious color distinctions. It's collage essentially. You can deal with it portal by portal, or you can do, just the borders, or you could do the sky, or there's different ways you could tackle it. But I would say with that one, and I'm not just saying this, um, I would say with that one, go for it because it is quite easy to sort. It's really fun to put together. It's such a smooth build. Like I'm finding it really like it's going really smoothly for me, and I struggle to stop working on it. Because I'm doing it week on week on the live streams. I do struggle to stop. It's hard to put down. I think you would enjoy it. I think you would enjoy it. So Michelle, give it a try. I think you'd like it. And Rose, the artist, is just lovely. She's so lovely. I've had the artist on chatting with us on Saturday live streams. Um, she's brilliant, and she does a lot of fantasy artwork. So, in fact, I think pretty much all of her artwork is fantasy. Some of it might not be, but a lot of it is, and that's totally up my street. I'm very into dragons, fantastical images. It's one I would recommend highly. So there you go. Does that help? That was a good one. Looks like the colour arrangement in my closet. For what this? Wendy, watching the live streams on Saturdays are definitely motivation for buying six portals. Yeah, it's so great. And it's a good one for building. You can keep the image smaller for longer because it's a collage. I tend to like doing collages on like large piece count collage. I don't always, but like large piece count collages are really nice to build on live streams because I only have so much space to fit what I'm puzzling into the screen. And if you, I mean, I don't know what your space is like there, and you might be lucky enough to have a big enough space to do it all as one, but that's fine. But if you don't, it's a nice one and an easy one to build on bits of foam board and keep it kind of within a limited sort of space area, if that makes sense. Try and watch the live on Saturday. Going away for a real shopping weekend. Oh, that sounds fun. I'll definitely pop in and I will be with her. Yeah, yeah, definitely give it a watch. Hi, Michelle. Yes, do six portals. Well, yes. What Claire said. Michelle, listen to your sister. Yeah, we did a 3K. Join us, Michelle. Join us. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a puzzle along. I made that an official, like, puzzle along puzzle. So there's a channel specifically for that puzzle in the Discord server. So, because a lot of us are doing it. Friday morning now, 3 minutes past midnight. Oh, wow. Thanks for still being with me. Seven portals could be the 18K sequel to the six portals, yes. It's because it's a 7,000 piece puzzle. Sometimes it comes out seven portals and it's not. It's six portals, but 7,000 pieces. That was very inspirational. Thank you. I pride myself on the inspiration. Thank you, Peggy. And Rose tells us where the pieces go. Yeah, she's brill. She's brill. She heard you. She rolled her eyes at us for calling her out, giggling. Do it. Do it. I want to get the 7K six portals. Then I remember that I have the 3K Howards. Howards? Do you mean Hogwarts? The 9K astrology and the 40K Disney moments that need doing. Colours remind me of autumn. Yes, it is. Yes, which is very apt, isn't it? Right, I'm going to go and get those boxes, like I said I was going to do about 10 minutes ago, and I'm also going to get myself a bottle of water, and I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, told you I wouldn't take long. Oh, got my water. Was that the one that is a circle the middle? Oh, the astrology. Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? Damn predictive text. Was meant to be 3K Hogwarts. Yeah, I thought so. Howard. I'm like, who's Howard? So, what do you really think of Chandler? Chandler. Don't understand the question. Who are you asking? It would be too tempting not to put pieces in off camera. How do you do it, Vicky, on six portals? Well, to be honest, the temptation happens mostly right after I've put the live off. So what'll happen is I'll sit for a bit, and I'll kind of shut down the laptop and I'll do all that techie stuff, and the puzzle will still be out in front of me, and I have to keep it out to take a picture of it because I like to post progress pictures. And so then what happens is I'll sit looking at it and I'll start to notice pieces I didn't notice on the live and where they go. So then there'll be 4 or 5 pieces that creep in the instant aftermath of the live stream. Then I basically just have to force myself to put it away. I have to just be like, right, that's it. Took the picture, put it away. And then what I do is I store them under my table. It's stacked up on foam boards. The pieces go on the top, and that's where my puzzles in waiting live. Um, so so yeah, really the trick is just to put it away. Put it away. It's a bit of an out of sight, out of mind kind of method. But I can't say that I don't sneak pieces in right after I've gone on. And it's not because I'm saving them to have my own little private peace moment. It's more that I don't notice them when I'm on stream, and I do notice when I come off the stream, and I can't help it. I just have to put them in. Sometimes, very occasionally, not often, but very occasionally, I um I will go hunting for a piece because it's annoying me. So to use Six Portals as an example, not last week, the week before, part two, there's a sun. There's a sun in the yellow portal, which is the one I'm working on, and the middle piece of the sun. I had all the pieces around it. I had all the sky around it. The middle piece of the sun was like white, essentially. It wasn't yellow, so it didn't get sorted into the right pile of pieces. So I knew it was probably going to be in the green pile, the green portal pile. It was just annoying me having this piece missing in the middle of the sun. So I went looking for it and I found it and I put it in. So very, very occasionally I will do that just purely to ease my mind, for it to stop annoying me. But yeah, no, usually I have to just put it away, and then that's the way I avoid it. But it is like I don't usually want to stop after 2.5 hours. So um, we'll definitely be adding Six Portals in my collection. May not get done until I retire in a few years, but have to have it. Well, yay, that would be nice. Be a nice retirement celebration for you. If you're asking about the 9K astrology Gryffindor, it is. Yeah. If Ravensburger is watching, we need 3K circular puzzles. Do we? That's an interesting one. I don't think I've ever seen a circular puzzle bigger than 1,000 pieces. Has anybody else? Are there circular puzzles bigger than 1,000? Why 3K? What's the thinking behind that particular number, Bergdis? Mm. Oh wait, no, I was supposed to keep that out. Right, I was supposed to keep that pile out. What time are we on? 1:15. Don't necessarily have to rush too much, but just trying to be realistic about what kind of puzzling I can fit in here. Um, how much I should say. Right, and I'll put the browns just in the middle for now. They might be able to just go in the Reverie pot. All right, so these I'll pop in the middle. These I'll put at the front. Now we start with the edges and put those together. So this ceiling. Don't think this is going to be too difficult an edge to put together. one of the reasonings behind starting with the floor is that I can attach it to the edge, which is handy. Oh, that was, yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be like I think the shapes of these pieces is going to make it um highly unlikely to get a false fit, which is good. I think that goes over the side. Ah, there we go. Bit of that window. Seen that one done before. There was one piece missing, poor girl. Oh gosh, yeah, that's a shame. You said we should talk amongst ourselves. It always reminds me of the Phoebe from Friends in the football hall. Oh, yes! I assumed you were talking about Friends, but I did not follow the humor there. Sorry. Yes, I remember that episode. That's actually a hilarious episode. In a sense, what do we really think about Vicky? Oh dear. But yes, I got you. There's a plant hanging from the top. There's like a hanging basket hanging from the top of the window. There's also a potted plant down in the bottom left corner. They're easy to identify from each other, if you see what I mean. Distinguish. And because the window, obviously, the transition lines between the one in the window and the light in the background, it's basically white. So that's good. Now then, where's that? Oh, that's the book that's down on this desk. Down here somewhere. Hmm. And that's the artist palette. That was throwing me a bit. Oh, there's a giant corner. No, I think they got there. Oh, that's down here. Try not to go off the camera. I could wait for retirement. Hopefully that will happen 1 year from today. Ooh. Oh, loads of puzzling time. That sucks. I would feel bad putting all those pieces to find that one is missing. Yeah, it's a large piece count puzzler's like worst nightmare, isn't it? Well, yeah, every puzzler's nightmare, but like when it's a huge puzzle and you're not going to realize until after all that time has been put in. Just a random number larger than 1K and gradual. Yeah, that's part of the problem with working from home. The puzzle is always calling and it's louder than work, yes. I don't think you're alone there, Karen. Don't forget to like, love. Oh, thank you. Yes, please do. Hopefully you're enjoying it. It's a nice way to spend a Thursday morning. I must admit, I love doing the lives. It feels like a get together with pals. Puzzle pals to boot. I've got a corner attach. There's it here. Okay, so we've got a corner attach there as well. So let's put that up there. Something like that? No. Going into the zone a bit here. Only some wobbliness to the shapes of these edges. Like wonkiness, I should say, not wobbliness. Hmm. I think I'm only missing one piece down this side. There it is. So that's the left side done. Oh, there's plenty of room. I was worried there wouldn't be enough space, but there's plenty of room, so that's good. Camera wise, it's hard to know how much to zoom when I first start a puzzle because I don't really have a visual sense of how big it's going to be. But I'm fully zoomed out, so I mean I know it should fit, but always a relief when it actually does. I don't know if that belongs to the table, maybe. Well, these are going in nicely. I think that might be a bit dark for the table. There we go. Oh no, it is the table. There. That is some floorboards. I hope I've got all the edges. That'd be good if I did. Well, it's looking good for this side, she said. I don't want to speak too soon. Right, so these are going to be a little more tricky, but if I just use the shape and the way the lighting is, like, and the way these lights are hanging, that is going to help. Pretty much how I'm working at the moment. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So this is good. This is working. Um. Nope. Spoke too soon. Uh, I'm loving the colours on this. Really warm, cozy colours. I like that a lot.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I never asked you. Did, did you hear that? My Echo device just woke up and started talking to me. I don't think I said any words even remotely that sounded like the wake up word. Always creeps me out a bit when that happens. My phone's done it a couple of times as well. Just starts talking to me. I think I may have. I don't think I've got that bit. Or at least I can't see it. But I could probably find that bit quite easily. There, where's that bit? Nope. That one. That one. That one. That one. Right, yeah. So there's that because I don't think that goes there. No, it doesn't. So if I have all of these, then I will have a hunt in the purple/pink pile for that because that's where it's going to be if it's anywhere. So that right side is complete. Let's see how I've done with this one. It's quite rare that I find all the edges on the first go. Of course, it's nice when it happens, but it's quite rare. Nope, that one, that one. And there's a slight differences in the shades of purple and pink here. The closer it gets to the window, then the light changes, so the colour changes. So that's really good. No, because there, because there. Yes, okay, so I've got all these. I'm just missing one there. So let me see if I can find it. Because it could be stuck in the bag. Yeah. Oh, not finding it. One sec. I'll go through everyone. I was hoping a wee shuffle would do it, but it's not looking that way at the minute. I'm finding pieces from this book, and it's very tempting to want to put them in. Well, why not? I'm building a puzzle, aren't I? I don't know where that one is. There we go. There we go. Well, this is an unexpected little section building up, but still, I might as well. While I'm looking for a missing edge piece, I might as well. Mm. My only other place I may have missorted it is the pink pile. Some of the purple's got missorted in there. So that'll be the next recourse if I can't find it in amongst this bunch. Nope. And it's not any of those. Right, so it's not in the purple pile. Let's see if it's in the pink. I can't see that I would have missorted it in any other pile. Right, there we go. Eh, not so far. Come on, where are you? If I can't find it in amongst this lot, I'll check the bag again, and if I can't find it there, I'll just come back to it later. But I hmm, don't know where else it would be, unless I've dropped it. Don't think I've dropped it. Found it! Yay! Okay, match complete. It was in the pink pile. So there we have it. And I've got a few little bits of this book put together as well. So that was good. We bonus. All right, let's do these white pieces. I must admit, it's nice to do a puzzle that fits easily on the board. I did enjoy that White Mountain puzzle. I did enjoy the image on it. It was bigger than the board, so it was just slightly awkward. She's on a roll. Keep going. Yeah, had a bit of a roll there. Got super jealous of everyone's puzzles, so I've cracked open the 1500 Disney book Ravensburger. Yay! Oh, we're all doing book puzzles. I like it. High of 28 degrees C here today in Dallas, Texas. Oh my lord. Oh yeah, our days of 28 degrees are long gone. This year, anyway. Gosh, that's warm. Wendy, lots of fun entertainment to be had watching Vicky's channel. Oh, glad you're enjoying it, Wendy. And thank you, everybody. Oh, spring here. Yes, Vicky, Siri does that to me all the time. Oh gosh, I know. It's quite creepy. Listening. Gosh, I'm so late. Hi everyone. Hi Vicky. Oh, I do like a sort. Oh, hi Lucy Makes. How are you doing? Yeah, finished sorting, starting the build now. So I think this hanging basket's going to be a good way of kind of distinguishing certain pieces. There's one or two full white ones, but they could go in last. Um, I think that will be fine. There's also the transition pieces where the arch. It's an arched window, so that could help too. I think that might go that way, like kind of like that. And the transition pieces near the bottom are more orange, and the ones near the top are more yellow. That's that basket. I think that's at the top. Yes. That does that go there? It does. Right, so it's gonna go round about there, I think. That is like a cushion at the bottom. There we are. That's oh no then. Look at that. Yep. Well, this is coming together nicely. Very nicely. Hmm. Oh, it's always frustrating when I have songs stuck in my head and I can't sing them. I can't sing them because I'd get done for copyright. So I have to try and keep them in my head. Mm. Right, and that's another cushion, that one. Look at that. Nope, it doesn't. Um, I'm not sure if that's. Yeah, that's a cushion. I think that bit. Oh, there we go. So that attaches there, and that attaches there, and that attaches there. Let's move these out the way. And that, well, that goes in there, does it? Yes. think that's how it goes. Yes. Okay. You can still see some bits of the orange basket in some of these pieces, so that's what I'm trying to figure out now. Yeah, that goes there. So I may not have some of these basket pieces because I just didn't spot tiny bits of white in them. That goes there. Well, there's a really wonky piece. There we go. Yeah, I'm liking the shape of these. I'm liking that they're just quite different, like from each other. Just a bit of variety, It's even though you've got all standard shapes, it's nice to have variety within them. Just helps put the puzzle together. I just realised, Sam, I asked you earlier how your sorting's going on the 42K, and you probably answered, but I didn't see it. Sorry about that. Right, and there's a big long bit that hangs down here from the plant. There. Okay. That's filling in nicely. I had a feeling this bit would be pretty straightforward. There. So there's the window, bar a few in their little basket. That came together very nicely. Since you're always doing multiple puzzles, have you ever ended up with a piece from the wrong puzzle on your board? Yes. It actually doesn't happen as often as you might think, but I did have. There was a piece from Life on the board with my wildlife puzzle. Now, thankfully, like because they're both Educa, so that one worried me a bit because I was like, oh, but you can kind of tell. Like Life is very blue, wildlife is very green, so you could kind of tell. But also the pieces in Life, the Life 3K, are bigger. So usually, you can tell when there's something amiss. But I sort of discovered it when I was in the middle of doing something with the life puzzle. So I was able to just go, oh, and then grab it and put it in the box. I've not discovered it sort of like hours later. I found a Ravensburger piece on top of one of my puzzles, but again, I don't think it was a Ravensburger puzzle that was on the table. So it was obvious because, the puzzle that was on the table didn't have the blue cardboard backing. So I was like, oh, that must be from, whichever puzzle I was doing earlier on. So yeah, sometimes, but not as often as you might think. I got a warm 5 degrees C today. Last week's snow is slowly disappearing. Yeah, what are we today? According to my watch, we're at 14, so we're quite warm. It has been sort of wet and mild though here, which is it's a bit miserable. I must admit, I am kind of glad that I'm not doing the lollipop anymore. Certainly in this season, I picked the right season to go. It was pleasant standing out when it was sunny, but when it's really miserable, it's kind of not so pleasant. Right. I don't know how much has been missorted here. This is supposed to be the floor. Managed to get a bit of book piece in here. Um, I think some of these pieces might belong to those cupboards. That is where the sun's shining on the floor. Um, there. But these, uh, that one, I don't know. There's purple in that piece, but there's also a really bright. Oh, it's the dog. Okay, that's the dog. So that's a miss sort, and but that is the floor, but it's a bit further up. I'm not sure where I put my other yellow bits. I think I probably just sorted them into the yellow pile, so I can always dive into that. But if you look here, where this arch window is, it's shining through and creating like an arch on the floor. Although oddly, we don't have the shadow of the hanging basket, which is I've only just realised. Like there's a definite arch from the window shape, but we don't have the hanging basket shadow. But anyway, the point I'm making is that these lighter floor tiles in the light are yellow, but in the darkness they're more like a purpley pink. And the green bits in the dark are a darker yellow in the light. So that's where there'll be maybe some miss sorts as far as the floor goes. Well, let's see what I mean. There are really obvious floor pieces, so let's go with those. And you can orient them as well to a certain extent because the straight lines going across the pieces will be horizontal, whereas the vertical ones will be varying different gradients and slopes. So there's a certain amount of orientation you can do here as well, which is good. There's some solid greens as well that I found a couple of. Uh, I think that might go there. Hmm, that's a solid green. It's like a dark brownish green. It's hard to describe, but it's obvious that it's the floor. So I'm hoping I haven't missorted any green. That one might be missorted. I feel like this is a puzzle where it's going to annoy me if there's a piece missing from it. I won't go looking for these because I know they'll be in the big orange pile. But I may go hunting for green pieces. Shape is really helping with this. This is the cupboards. There's like stickers on them, some of them. That's the dog. I don't think these belong to the floor. I think some of these are dog. Some of these pieces I've got mixed up in here. And there's a floorboard cupboard transition line as well, which I'm sure I'm going to find. suppose that goes there. No. Does that go there? Yeah. Not as easy as it looks. This floor. There. Right, I think that sits there. So where's that? There. Yes, it does. It does. That's been put in the green pile, I think, that one. Was going to frustrate me, I think. Wait, no, that doesn't go there. It does, but the wrong way. I put it the wrong way. There we go. That's it. I'd say that the greenish brownish tiles on the floor are easier to spot and get my bearings with, if you see what I mean. So there's gaps in some of the pinkish purples where I've probably missorted them, but I haven't missorted quite as many of the greenish ones. So um they're going in. Having said that, I'm filling in gaps just now, so maybe they're not that many missorts. Let's keep going and see. That's a missort. That one isn't. There we go. So that's a definite missort there. Where are you? I bet that's in the green. See, that's an example of a piece that's bugging me. So then I would go look for it. Like if I'd finished the stream, I would probably try to find it and fill it in. Uh, it's not that one. There's lots of different shades of green in here, so it's quite varied. But easy to see what's books, what's floor, what's leaves. So I'm not too worried about that specifically, but I do want to find this piece. Bear with me. I hope I find it. No, I've not got it there. Yeah, got it. There it is. Yay, found it. There's one there too. Let's see if I can find that. There it is. I didn't spot any others, I don't think, in here, so that's fine. No. There we go. Well, that was good. Good. So if I now try to, I mean, there's some, might be worthwhile pulling out the brown pieces and just trying to work up. Because these pieces are mostly going to be they look like lockers. I've been calling them cupboards, but they look, because they've got like little lines, they look a bit like lockers. Let's see, how's that ended up in there? I don't know how that's ended up in there. Um, no. Oh, that's where this dog's sitting, I think. I'm just wondering if maybe going for these floorboard pieces would be a good thing at this point. There's one. I can pull them out. I don't have many brown pieces, so I could pull them out, couldn't I? I'm enjoying this. This is fun. I mean, I'm surprised how much I've got done, considering I've done all the sorting. Right, let me pull out specifically floor. That's ceiling. That's floor, I think. And that's table. Table. So I'll leave that. That's floor. Pretty sure that's floor. That's floor. That's the table. Leave that. I don't want to try doing too many areas at once. So I'll try and keep it. That's floor, but it's also table. It's hard because I'm trying to build the floor, but I'm also getting the table and other bits as well. So okay, let's just think floor and take it from there. So a little bit of micro sorting going on here. The ceiling is like wood boards as well. So you've got the same lines going on, but it's a different colour. So I'm hopeful that I won't get sort of confused picking those out. I believe that's floor. Um, that's lockers. Ceiling. This table is kind of coming together of its own free will. But again, I'm not gonna go against the flow. I'll just go with it. I think that might be floor. Just there. Ceiling. Floor. Floor. That's that book. Well, I like how this table's just come together without very much kind of effort on my part. It's always nice when that happens. Okay, I'm going to put these back in the box. That pile's gone down quite a lot. Alright, nope. Don't get sidetracked, Vic. Don't get sidetracked, she said, putting in pieces from the table. There's a bit of floor in that one, so that's fine. I'm allowed that one. That's floor as well. Okay. But I haven't really tackled the yellow pieces yet, so I'll trying to calm down here. Trying to calm down. There we go. So that's there. Um And then we've got these transition pieces, so these might be good to try and put in. Does that go there? Or does that go there? That goes there. Mm, mm. That's one of the ladder steps, I think. So then, uh, hmm, and there, and there. That's the doorbell gone again. If it rings again, I'll go and answer it. Oh, the postman's already been, so my best guess is that that's a neighbour who's locked themselves out. Which gets a little bit frustrating at times. Okay, now that bit's going to annoy me, but I'm not going to go off on a tangent. I feel like I've gone off on enough tangents. So, I mean, I should be able to get. There we go. That goes there. That's in the wrong place. Does that go there? Yes, it does. There. Oh, right. Now, I thought that was the dog's paw, but it's not. These have little stands on them, or legs, these cupboards. So that threw me a bit. But that's fine. I figured it out. Figured it out. Um, and then these leaves are like the little stickers on the locker thingies. That helps me get my bearings a bit as well. They go all the way along though, but they're brighter on this side. So I think here I'm just dealing with um these colours. Look at that. That's a really short point on that one. There we go. Um, that's a bit lighter, so that's going to go further over here. Hmm. Okay. Slowing down a bit. It's getting trickier. But I mean, that's probably just as well. I don't want to speed through this too fast. Is that there? Yeah. That looks to be one of the ladders. I just can't see how it fits in yet. Oh, yes, I can. It's there. Spoke too soon. Right, I've got more of these floorboard pieces that ought to go in. There. And this is where it's hitting the light patch. So, I think there's some bright pinkish pieces, and I think, like here, I think it's the legs of this lady on the ladder, look. Her legs are really kind of pink. There. Hmm. Ah, okay. That's her feet. That's her foot. There we are. That's her foot. And that's her arm. So it's further up. That's not to do with the floor at all. Or the cupboards. Oh, right. I'm gonna have to look up. See what people are saying. Great job sorting the pieces. Thank you, Brian. And hello. How are you? I'll move this out of the way. It looks like I've done a big chunk of the puzzle, but it's not. It's the poster. There we go. Yes, he does, but he's not one who wants to eat much when it's served. He's not at all picky, but often he just doesn't feel like eating what I've made, and that's annoying. And then he will the next day. Oh, is this your son? My daughter's awake. Yay! Hi, Slitherpuff. Hope you're feeling okay. Here's a jigsaw puzzle brand called York by Milton Bradley from the year 1962. Still haven't done a Milton Bradley puzzle. You do see them occasionally here, but I've not done one. Does the floor look yellow or green to you all? So this is right. So that like that is where the lighter floor tile meets the darker bit of wooden floor, but in the sunshine. So they're different shades of yellow, or that one I suppose you could describe as more orangey yellow, but and then like here it's the same, and then um this one it's like a brown, but this kind of a green tint to it, or even like a maybe like really dark mustard yellow. It's hard to describe. Um, it's hard to describe, but I'm seeing like a greenish brownish tint to it. Yeah, yeah. As long as you're back for Jay, yeah. All right. Um, sorry, that was my daughter. So but it's like an in-between color. It's not really obviously green. It's very mustardy, dark mustardy, browny, greeny. Lots of in-between colors. Well, that's older than me, Brian. Yeah, me too. Free range table has a lot of waves in each pieces, and the other ones have four locks. Oh, and the Milton Bradley. Has it got wavies? Yellow gold to me. Yeah, oh, there's definitely yellow. You can see yellow in it. Um, yeah, that's pretty clear. When you say that, never ask a woman's age, it's a rude thing to do. Right, not ashamed of my age. My mum always told us her age. Yeah, some people are. Some people don't like it, some people do. I don't really care. Dang, Vicky's flying through this puzzle, lol. We might be doing a poll for the next Thursday puzzle real soon. I know. That's the thing, isn't it? But that tends to happen again, like when I sort them. You're like a fine wine, madame. You get better with age. That's it. I'm okay with speed puzzling. What's like speeding through this? Speeding it on purpose. It's just coming together nicely. Like it's a nicely thought out puzzle. Brian, I always feel like women who feels that way has to embrace their age. We are how old we are. How we feel is a different story. Yeah, it's just a number, isn't it? Just a number. Still feel like 20 in my head. My body might disagree sometimes, but usually my brain wins. Thank you, I'm picky. Don't look my age. Same with my daughter. Same thought. She was a teenager and she was 35. Some thought. Wow, that's brilliant. Picky equals lucky. Oh, all right, I see what you mean. You're lucky. You look younger than you are. Yeah. Most people are still shocked when I tell them my age. They often don't believe me. So I often say that I just hope my body feels and acts as young as they think I am. Lol. Yeah, that's right. It's especially when I'm asked if I'm getting more kids and I tell them no, I feel like I'm too old now and they can't see it. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. My greys have already started coming out and I'm embracing them. So more card checks for me when I get alcohol. Yeah, it's been a while, but I do I have had my ID checked when I've tried to buy alcohol in my 40s, and I walk out feeling great. I've got grey at the front. I've got grey at the front. I don't particularly like it, but I do still have a good head of hair. So occasionally I'll dye it, but not very often. And that's not really to cover the grey. It's just to be a different colour. I only had one. She's my best friend, and your birthdays are 3 days apart. Guess that's why we're so close. Yeah, I just had the two. Got my boy and my girl. Vicky, in Danish, we call that green shitty brown. Sorry, but we do. Well, I have to admit, the, the phrase cowpack crossed my mind. There's definitely a green tinge in cowpack. I think we're gonna have to log that colour next to toxic waste. We've got some questionable coloured flooring going on in these puzzles. Toxic waste and shitty brown. Oh my lord. Forgive the language. It's not as catchy as toxic green. No, sounds nice. I stopped dyeing my hair at the end of 2015, so almost white. It's a family curse, going grey early. Okay, Friday morning for me too now, Gryffindor. Wow. Claire, welcome to Friday. I'm often up after midnight though. I find out that I like to stay up late. Like, I tend to try to make the day longer, if you like. Right, so I'm gonna try and just fill in as a few more of these, and then I will probably leave it there for the day. Um, Now then, that's definitely that dog. I think that goes there. If I could find that piece, that would be good. Yes, I can. There it is. Right next to it. And there's a line that goes up the middle of these cupboards. I think that might. No, that might go further over. Don't know. Ah, there we go. Ah, does that go there? Yes, it does. Alright, I've got a little island coming together here. I think it might go this side, but I'm not certain. No, I don't know. I don't know. That's that lady's leg, I think. Definitely darker this side. Like it's a darker shade on these locker thingies. There we go. Okay, the line doesn't go up the middle. That's what's throwing me here. That's another foot, I think. And these are like handles. There. Okay, that's it. There, so that goes there. That's the little island in. And then that, there's a brown bit there, but that's part of the bookshelf. This goes here. This dog starts there. Oh, no, then what's that? Oh, that's one of the, yeah. So they go round the corner, and so these lines are actually a bit on an angle. I think that goes here in the middle, but it's floating at the minute. These are too bright, those colours, to belong with this. So I think that's about as far as I can go now. They go down there somewhere. These hover around here somewhere. And that's part of that lady's arm. So that's not bad going, I think. I mean, I've gone on quite a while in this one. I've been going about 2 3/4 hours. So it's been a longer one, but I've managed to do all the sorting and the edge and a good chunk of the puzzling. I've not had to rush today, though. I've not had to rush off to go to something. So that's been nice. Just leisurely puzzling. Um, where are we at? Uh, sorry, just trying to find where I was. My hairdresser said, "Don't dye your hair. People pay a lot for that look." Yeah, well, mine's still. I've got more brown than grey in mine. I've just got some grey at the front. Chat, what 18K do you want Vicky to live stream? You're determined, aren't you? um, we'll see. I don't know. I've got a few 18Ks, but most of them I have videos planned for them. Have a great weekend, everyone. Good job on the puzzle, Vicky. Thank you, Ruth. Not Star Wars, as it would be unfair to make Vicky wait a week in between. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do a video on Star Wars. Definitely. Definitely. Maybe Paris. Evening walk in Paris. That would probably live stream pretty well. Gosh, it would take a long time to do on live stream because each section, there's 4 sections, each one's about 4,500. But I mean, that's not to deter me. It would be a while on the one puzzle. But yeah, definitely not doing Star Wars on a live stream. Take care, Ruth. Have a good day. My cat is running in his sleep. Little paws are going, ah. That's cute when that happens. Thank you, Vicky, and everyone for a lovely night. Oh, thanks for being with me. Great live. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Clark. I'm glad you all did. You're going to finish it next time. You think? I don't know. It might be a decent length second one, and then the third one will just be dead quick, and I'll have to do a smaller puzzle, perhaps. I don't know. Have I ever done a 1,000 in 2 weeks? I'm not sure if I have or not. Like, or in 2 streams, I should say. Hi all. Sorry, Vicky, that I missed the stream. Oh, that's okay. I heard you're not feeling very well, so I'm glad you took some rest. But you can always watch it after. But I hope you feel better soon, Slitherpuff. Thank you, Cara. Morning, a child. How are you doing? You just come in right at the end. Oh, Another great live stream. Oh, you're welcome, Sam. Thanks for being here. Wendy, that was lots of fun. Looking forward to the next one. Oh, well, next one will be Saturday. And then there won't be much long to wait because then I'm doing one on Monday as well. So yeah, it's going to be a three live stream week for a little while, and then I'll have a break after I've finished wildlife, and we'll do two again. But yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Lots of great puzzles coming. But I'm really glad you enjoyed it. All right, okay. Oh, right, my neck's hurting a bit. I need to walk around a bit, and I'm also hungry, so I'm gonna go have some food. But thank you all for being here. As always, it's been brilliant. I love the chat on the live streams. Thanks for your support, and I'm glad you've enjoyed watching. Loving this puzzle so far. Very nice. Reverie, very, very nice brand so far. And I love the colours in it. They are very autumnal colours, which I like. It's good. It's boded well for the season. So it's all sorted, so it'll just be a case of keep on building as the weeks go on. And what to look out for this week. So I'm working on the wildlife puzzle. That's my sort of off-camera puzzle at the moment, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm coming close to getting to the point where I can make the first half video. So, and I have actually already started editing it. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. Can't promise it'll be out this weekend, but it might. I don't know. I'll see how things go on that score. But I'm working on that. Um, I'm back on Saturday with the six portals, as always. I'm not sure yet if Rose is going to be here. I need to talk to her about that. But either way, I'll be back doing the puzzle. And yeah, I'll get a picture out of this on my progress on this. That'll be up in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord server, please consider joining. It's a brilliant, brilliant puzzle community, really thriving, lots of lovely people in there. So there's a link in the description to join that if you would like to. And if you're not used to Discord, don't worry. It doesn't take long to get used to it. And it's a lot of fun. So consider joining that. The link in the description for that. Have a wee look as well at my merch stores. I've got two, depending on what part of the world you're in. So there's one that covers America, Australia, Canada, and there's another one that covers Europe. And I'm wearing my merch today. I've got Ace of Puzzles on today. So go and check that out. There's some lovely merch and some nice designs over there. And the links for those are in the description as well. But I will say thank you so much just now. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time. Bye.